standing over there talking, and Robert noticed that something happened to one of our sunflowers, which I'm in the process of pulling out the garden, but I haven't pulled the sunflowers yet, so he just noticed that this happened.
Did you knock that over, Jasper?
Did you try to climb that? You are not supposed to be up there. He's gonna fall. Can you reach up and get him? Oh, you bad. You just fell off of there like a week ago. Save the boy. You already down to 3 legs. I'm not getting you a wheelchair if you bust another.
I just cannot believe how massive the heads are on these things. They're huge.
My head's like bigger than yours.
Huge.
That's huge. So big.
This reminds me of a Cyclops version of the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. Boo. Guess it's that time of year I better take better care of my crocs on the porch, because otherwise they're full of water. It is a little bit chilly today. It was kind of sprinkling this morning, and rumor has it tonight might be down around freezing, and maybe even a little sprinkle of snow. So I guess it's time I need to winterize a few things here real quick and make sure we're not in danger of freezing anything.
Hello, good morning. We have some tasks that we're going to be working on outside today. As you can see, it's sunny. That does not, however, mean that it's warm. It is actually around 30, I think it's 39 outside right now. So it's a little chilly, but that's okay. We are all geared up and ready for winter. I've got my wintertime earmuffs on that are Bluetooth to my phone so I can listen to my audiobook. And I've got a few different tasks that I need to work on. But I think what I'm going to do first, which is typically how I operate, is I'm going to do the thing that I mostly don't want to do. I'm going to do that first. I like to really just get stuff that I don't want to do, that I'm kind of dreading doing. I like to just do that first, get it out of the way, get it out of my mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drag the ladder around the house. Our big, tall, really heavy, awkward for me to move, but I can do it. I'm going to go ahead and drag that around the house, and I need to get all of the blue tape pulled off of the house, and then I have a few spots on the greenhouse that need done as well. So let's go ahead and do that first. Let's get it done so I don't have to think about it anymore.
Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you every time? I remember that it's over, yeah.
So I just pulled out is an anode, I believe is what they call it, and it helps to prevent corrosion within the system. As you can see, it's doing its job. This is a lot of times referred to as a sacrificial anode, something along those lines. This will corrode and be eaten away before the rest of the system is. You can buy antifreeze and put it in the system. I'm literally just going to pull the anode, turn on the water pump, and pump all the water out of the system, and use that to winterize it rather than putting a bunch of chemicals and stuff in there. Guess I should probably shut up the greenhouse too. We don't want our pumpkins freezing. We're not getting down too cold, just right to freezing or a little bit under that tonight. So just enough to keep them ripening out here.
All right, so that task is done. We have the blue tape all pulled off of the house and the greenhouse. And it's not that it's like a difficult task to do, it's just a little cumbersome dragging the ladder all the way around the house. So I've just been, well, not really putting it off, it's been raining, so I haven't been able to do it. But Anyway, so we've got that done, so we can check that off of our list, thank goodness. So now I'm gonna bring the garden cart around and I'm going to pick up all of the piles that I have laying in here of like vines and pulled out plants and whatnot. I'm gonna pick all of those up and get those kind of put in an area to compost down and finish up that part of the garden cleanup. And another thing that I just noticed is we have a couple of yearling deer does that have been hanging around the house lately. Well, the garden gate on one side of the house is open and they came through and decimated the bush beans. So it doesn't look like we're going to be getting bush beans this year for a fall crop, but that's okay. I kept kind of forgetting that they were out here anyway, so it's my fault for leaving that gate open. I just kept thinking, oh, it's not a big deal, there's nothing in the garden. So anyway, they had a nice snack, so doesn't matter, I'm willing to share. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the garden cart and we'll get started with a little bit more of the garden cleanup.
Arms around me, I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you every time? I remember that it's over, yeah. You never break, you never lie, you're never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop. Can't stop. Yeah.
Still need to finish up our 1/4 inch minus here in the garden. If I'd been smart, I wouldn't have put the shutoff for the greenhouse water way under there. I would have put it right closer, but I wasn't that smart.
You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay. It's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop.
We've gotten a bunch of the cleanup done. I pulled all of the blue tape from the windows of the house. I went through the garden with the cart that attaches to my lawnmower and I picked up all the piles of dead plants and vines and all of that stuff that we had cleaned out last week, I think it was. Now I have moved up and I need to get all of this wood right here transferred into our wood hoop. I'm not looking forward to this project so much, only because it is really cold up here. I am standing on part of our property that never gets sunshine at all in the winter. So it's really quite cold here in the shade. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the tractor going, or I'm gonna get the tractor and bring that down, and we'll use the bucket to load this up and get it all transferred.
Your smile, your style so fly high, mine. As time stood still, I got the urge, still a kiss, and so I did. Now I'm embarrassed, but just a little bit. Oh, there must be gold on those lips, and honey on those fingertips.
It's a little bit warmer up here in the sunshine, which is nice because my fingers are already frozen and I'm only one bucket load in. I can use the lawnmower cart for this. However, I'm a big advocate of working smarter, not harder. I don't mind hard work at all, but I don't like doing things in a way that's gonna take me longer than I could possibly do it in a different way and be able to then accomplish that much more work. So I like using the tractor because the bucket, obviously I can adjust the level when I'm throwing wood in. But the other thing is I can get in really close to this wood hoop, and that makes it easy for me to just move the wood back and forth really quick and get it stacked. And then that way I'm not spending 2 hours moving a pile of wood that would take me an hour if I just worked smarter at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started doing that. What are you doing? Can you guys see what he's... Naughty cat. What are you doing? What are you doing up there? All of the firewood I have loaded into the wood hoop now, and I'm gonna work on this pile of kindling. So what I like to do with this is I like to put it in like these plastic garbage cans that we have, because that makes it really easy in the winter time to reload our wood cart with kindling. What I do is I just take the tractor up, I get the entire garbage can, and I bring it down and just load it straight into the wood cart. And that just makes it a lot easier, a lot faster. Kindling's kind of piddly to move, so I'm gonna go ahead and get busy stacking this in here.
I promise you.
We are done. We are done for today. I got all of the things done off of my list except for one, which is a really big task, and I don't want to go tackle it right now. It's like 5:30. And it's going to be kind of pretty labor intensive, so I'm going to leave that for tomorrow. But what we did do is we got all of that wood stacked in the hoop. I got all of the kindling picked up and put in garbage cans. You can see it right there. So those cans are all full of kindling, which is really nice in the winter time to have a little buffer of stuff that's already chopped up and ready to go. And we got the garden, all of the garden refuse cleaned up, and we pulled down all of the sunflowers from the sunflower row against the fence. So all in all, did a good amount of work, but I am tired. I think I'm gonna call it for the evening, and I'll tackle that other project tomorrow. But all in all, I'm glad with the amount of stuff that we accomplished today.
Coming a little crooked. Take a little bit of persuading. Oh, I don't know. Might have to wrap some insulation around that one. Well, I was down getting ready for dinner, and I realized I forgot to put that antelope back in, so that'd be a good thing to do, right? Well, I'm just up behind the pole barn here and setting up a couple of game cameras. We have a bunch of deer running around. The neighbor was talking about having a bunch of bear scat on his property, so I think we're gonna see if we can get any action pretty close to the house here, but all kinds of things happen at night. So I've got one set up here, and then also one down at the bridge that I built across the creek. Looks like Dede got the garden cleaned up just in time, because we got a nice little freeze last night. So all the pumpkins were inside the greenhouse, sheltered from the frost, and it's time to start buttoning stuff up, because winter will be here soon.